And we're back. Advent of Code 2018, Day 2, Part 1. Let's get it. Let's get this bread. You stop falling through time, catch your breath, and check the screen on the device. Destination reached. Current year 1518. Current location North Pole Utility Closet 83N10. You made it. Now to find those anomalies. Outside the utility closet, you hear footsteps and a voice. I'm not sure either, but now that so many people have chimneys, maybe he could sneak in that way. Another voice responds, actually, we've been working on a new kind of suit that would let him fit through tight spaces like that. But I heard that a few days ago, they lost the prototype fabric. The design plans, everything. Nobody on the team can even seem to remember important details of the project. Wouldn't they have had enough fabric to fill several boxes in the warehouse? They'd be stored together, so the box IDs should be similar. Too bad it would take forever to search the warehouse for two similar box IDs. They walked too far away to hear any more. Late at night, you sneak to the warehouse. Who knows what kinds of paradoxes you could cause if you were discovered, and use your fancy wrist device to quickly scan every box and produce a list of the likely candidates, your puzzle input. To make sure you didn't miss any, you scan the likely candidate boxes again, counting the number that have an ID containing exactly 2 of any letter, and then separately counting those with exactly 3 of any letter. You multiply those 2 counts together to get a rudimentary checksum and compare it to what your device predicts. For example, if you see the following box IDs, A, B, C, D, E, F, containing no letters that appear exactly 2 or 3 times, BA, BA, BC contains 2A and 3B, so it counts for both. A, B, B, C, D, E contains 2B, but no letter appears exactly 3 times. A, B, C, 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 D contains 3C, but no letter appears exactly 2 times. A, B, C, D, D contains 2A and 2D, but it only counts once. A, B, C, D, E, E contains 2E. A, B, A, B, A, B contains 3A and 3B, but it only counts once. Of these box IDs, 4 of them contain a letter which appears exactly twice, and 3 of them contain a letter which appears exactly 3 times. Multiplying these together produces a checksum of 12. What is the checksum for your list of box IDs? To begin, get your puzzle input. Alright, I think I get it. Let's start the stopwatch and get the puzzle input. Whoa. Okay, so first I'm gonna grab these. I'm gonna make a new file, call it Day 2, Part 1, Ruby. Now, what should I call this function? Let's just call it checksum. Okay, and then we'll do a final checksum of the puzzle input. We'll exit before we reach that line so we don't get there until we're ready. The problem here is we don't want any of this. We don't want any of this. We end the string here. Okay, so we're only gonna run checksum once here. All right, so let's get started. Let's define a function, call it checksum. We're gonna get a string in, and we're gonna split this up. We're gonna make an array of IDs, and it's just gonna be string split up. So let's make sure we have IDs working. Oops. Forgot we're on day 2. Okay, we have the IDs. Now we're gonna go through each of these. We'll call each one an ID, and then let's make another function called twice, which will just accept a string. So what this method will do is it'll split every character. Call this characters. Let's print that out just to see what we have. Okay, now we have A, B, C, D, E, F, B, A, B, A, B, C. Okay, that's good. Now we want to make a hash. Right, so let's make a hash here. Characters dot each. Oh, okay, hash will be a new hash. Characters dot each do character, or let's just call this letters. It's just shorter. Shorter the better. Okay, and then the value will be letter. First we'll ask if the hash already contains this letter. If the hash already contains this letter, then set hash letter to increment it by 1. If it doesn't exist, then make it exist. and make the beginning value be 1. Now let's print the hash out. We don't need to print characters out anymore. Well, let's print it out, see what happens. Oh, undefined local variable characters, of course. Letters. Okay. So from the array A, B, C, D, E, F, we have a hash of A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, and F1. For the characters BAB, A, B, C, we have B 3 times, A 2 times, and C1. For A, B, B, C, D, E, we have A once, B twice, C once, D once, and E once. So it looks like our hash is working. We're building the hash correctly. So now all this thing is asking is hash values, not hash values here. So hash values include the number 2. Okay. False, true, true, false, true, true, false. Okay. So let's make let's make a number of twice. Now let's call it twice counter. And we'll start it at 0, and now we'll say twice counter plus equals 1 if this ID has any character that appears twice. And so now at the end of this function, the twice counter should be 4. There it is. Okay. Here it says 4 of them contain a letter which appears exactly twice. So we've got that done. Now we need a thrice counter. So we're just going to duplicate this, but change the name, thrice. We'll build the array the same way, except now we're checking if this thing includes 3. So did you see a character, any of these characters 3 times in the string? And that will either return true or false. Then we'll make a thrice counter. Set that to 0. Okay, and then change the name here. Okay, so now we should get 3 and 4 out. 4 and 3. Yep. So here we have 4, and then we have 3 exactly 3 times. Now we have to multiply these together and produce a checksum of 12. So now we just do twice counter times thrice counter. That should give us a result of 12. Oops, let's print it out. 12, okay. Seems like we have a good function here, or 3 functions. Now let's try running it with the big boy. Oh wow, that was pretty fast. Okay, so 6972 is my answer. Let's see if it's correct. That's the right answer. You earn 1 gold star. Alright guys, that only took me 10 minutes. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.